second as we get all the cars lined up here and everybody organized and getting Ronnie all situated down there. He's going to do some driver introductions for us for this John Jones Auto Group Firecracker 200. Remember, there will be a break at the halfway point, 100 lap point. There will be a break. We'll stop the cars here on the front stretch. They can check some tires and get a little gas if they want, I believe, and minor stuff. And then we're going to invert a top 8. They're all going to draw a pill to see where they will restart at that halfway point. So Ronnie Bashan, whenever you are ready, give me the signal and I'll send it down to you, my man. All right, Ronnie Bashan, take it away, my man.
Thank you, Hawk. And the number 17, starting 22nd from Marengo, Indiana. It's got something different here. From Marengo, Greenville, Indiana. We got David Powell in the Craig Stein Chevrolet and Dugan Basham Engineering. Starting 21st, and the number 18 from the Mike's Paint and Body, SS Fabrication, General Truck and Body, High Octane Wraps, and Eagle Masonry, the 18 of Cody Hobart. So you're starting 20th. M&R Heating and Cooling, Team Construction, Pro Tent, Holy Smokes Barbecue Chevrolet from Louisville, Kentucky. It's the number 12 of Kyle Hadley. Starting 19th. And the Schneider Mechanical KES Electrical Property Scope Chevrolet from Louisville, Kentucky. It is the 06 of John McLaren. Starting 18th. And this Severing Lawn Care, Excavating, Solar Control, Window Tinting, St. Anthony Tire, Auto, and Chevrolet. It's the number 23 from St. Anthony, Indiana, Trent Bear. Starting 17th. From Shepherdsville, Kentucky, in the Wright Mechanical, Pickford Motorsports, SP Carburetors, Epic Coatings, Blast Chevrolet, the number 75 of Jamie Goodman. Starting 16th. From Salem, Indiana, in the Hot Wrecks, Auburndale Machine Shop, Gardner Racing, All-Star Truck Repair Chevrolet. In the number 10 is Matthew Stice. Starting 15th. From Palmyra, Indiana, LRC Roofing and Remodeling, Stewart Automotive, T. Salen, Lanham Logging Chevrolet, is Justin Pirtle. Starting 14th. In the Bird's Eye, Indiana machine here, in the Brad Flamingo, Shot Electric, Diesel Boys Race Parts, Hammer Down Holland Chevrolet. In the 99 of Brian, the Bird's Eye Bullet Bear. Starting 13th. And the Lefevre's Curbing, Advantage Painting, Beacon Credit Union, Slapjack, Diesel Boy Chevrolet from Louisville, Kentucky. It's Alex Ware. Starting 12th. From Shepherdsville, Kentucky, the Tim Hodgkin Body Shop, Heath Precision Services, Kentucky Machine Tool Repair Chevrolet. It's the 13 of Brandon Deckert. Starting 11th, like a 19-time street stock champion here at Salem Speedway. From Borden, Indiana, in the Shane Wilson Lawn Care, M&R Heating and Air, Locker Room Pub, Gallant Construction Chevrolet from Borden, Indiana, it's the 32 of David Baines. Starting 10th. From Mount Washington, Kentucky, Stivers Heating and Air Conditioning, NTC Traffic Control, Quality Supply and Tool Company Chevrolet, it's the 48 of Craig Luther. Starting 9th. From Seymour, Indiana, the BOGO Racing, U.S. Navy, Race Clean, Dirt 2 Media, J&A Auto Chevrolet. From Seymour, Indiana, it's Scott Caudell. Starting 8th. From Louisville, Kentucky, in the Pain Management Consultants, LLC, Stiff Motorsports Chevrolet, and the 94, Jeff Stiff. Starting 7th. From Jeffersonville, Indiana, in the Advance Electric Motor Repair, Reliable Trucking, Pride Construction Chevrolet, in the 22 of Skeeter Crum. Starting 6th. From Jeffersonville, Indiana, in the Red Ball Recycling, Green Tree Real Estate, Art Construction Chevrolet, it's Connor Popplewell. Fifth. From Shepherdsville, Kentucky, in the M&R Heating and Air, Bombs Racing Supply Chevrolet, it's the 74 of Austin Baum. Starting 4th, he's a legend here at Salem Speedway, got more laps around this place than God. Starting 4th in the number 5, with the Hall Brothers Trucking Leasing Barnes Auto Service Chevrolet, it's Chuck Barnes Sr. Starting 3rd. Starting 3rd, Owensboro, Kentucky native, Hudson Performance Drivelines, Fisher's Towing, D&J Auto Parts, Kickstand 5 Chevrolet, it's Brett Hudson. Starting 2nd from your outside front row. From Louisville, Kentucky, in the All-Star Trucking, Derby City Recycling Chevrolet, it is Chuck Barnes Jr. Starting 1st, from the inside pole, front row, Joe. He's been a rocket ship all year. In the Sweet 16, Phillip Pot, Kentucky, H&R Agri Power, Bush Hog, Fisher's Towing, Auto Truck and Auto Trailer Repair, Chevrolet is Heath Helton. There is your starting lineup for the John Jones Auto Group Firecracker 200 Diesel Boys Gas Series. Hawk. Throwing it back to you, Hawk, if you're with me. Give you a few minutes for these drivers to get strapped in, get their safety equipment on, get them relaxed. couple drinks in, get our fans to get an ice cold beer, an ice cold soft drink, and a good pork ribeye sandwich here. And we're going to get underway with 200 laps of the fastest street stocks in the nation here at Salem Speedway. I got 6 kids down here. I just want to grab random a few kids. I'm going to let you guys introduce yourself if you're willing to. Tell me your name and who is your pick to win this race and who you're here to cheer on, sweetie.
My name is Kyron. Brian Bear 99.
Uh-oh, we got a Bear fan in the house. All right, Miss Callie, I know your name. Go ahead and tell the crowd and tell me who your pick is to win tonight.
My name's Callie. And I want everyone to win.
If it was only that easy, baby. All right, young man, tell me your name. Who's your pick to win tonight? Who's your favorite driver here tonight?
My name's Raylan Farler. And I want 2 people to win.
Well, you got to have one now. Who you got to pick one out of the 2? Who you?
The one's in front of me.
Oh, you want the one in front of you, Craig Luther? Huh? That's your pick to win. All right, all right, all right, young man. You got some orange on. I'm going to take a wild guess at who your pick is. I want you to tell me though. Give me your name and who your favorite driver here is tonight. And who you want to win?
My name is Oliver, and I want Brian Bear to win.
Uh-oh, it's 2 of them. Another Brian Bear. What's he doing? He paying you kids off? Huh? Is he paying you kids off to root for him? All right, Maddox. I know your name, but I want you to tell these guys out here behind your name. And who is your pick to win, buddy?
My name is Maddox, and my pick to win is Bryant Bear.
Another Brian Bear fan. My goodness. My. Shoot. All right. Last but not least, I call him the Wild Man. It's little Chase Bohannon. Chase, tell him, I just told him your name. You can tell him if you want. But who is your pick to win tonight besides yourself?
Bryant.
Another Brian Bear fan. What is going on? All these kids out here, and I picked 4 Brian Bear fans. Come on. He's paying you guys with candy or something. What's going on here? Ice cream? That's awesome. Well, guys, you picked a good win. He might be back here, but he won't be long. He'll be towards the front. Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? Chuck Barnes Jr., Heath Helton, the old man of Chuck Barnes Sr., the young kid from Jeffersonville or Sellersburg, Connor Popplewell, or the Owensboro native of Brett Hudson, the 74 of the Bomb Boy, 22 or Skeeter Crumb, 94 Jeff Stiff. Who will it be? Who will be your Firecracker 200? Brought to you by John Jones Auto Group. Who's going to be our winner? It's going to be a tight one. We got a fast field, and we got 10 cars in the 19-second range. All right, we're going to count you guys down from 3. I got my group of little fans here. We're going to count them down for 3. Let's go. You ready, guys? Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Gentlemen, start your engine!
Engines are fired up. We are getting ready. We're going to clear the track, get all the pit crews off of the track and into their respective areas. These guys get warmed up. We'll send them around for a few parade laps and get ready to go. 200 laps. John Jones Auto Group Firecracker 200. Eddie Gilstrap pace truck takes off, and here we go. You see the Eddie Gilstrap pace truck coming down the front stretch here, leading them down. These guys get warmed up, let their tires get warmed up. These guys start focusing on the task at hand. Keith Helton and Chuck Barnes Jr. on that front row. See what the strategy is. As we say, there is a 100-lap race break. They will be allowed to change 2 tires and make some adjustments. See Alex wearing a 38. He needs to get up there into his starting spot correctly. So we'll get him into position. Cars continue to pace around. Into 38. He's right up there where he needs to be, right there.
Right, Hawk. Are you ready for some live action here at Salem Speedway? The lights are coming on. The tires are getting hot and the engines are getting warm. Who's ready for 200 laps of racing here at Salem Speedway?
All right, fans, as that Eddie Gilstrap pace truck comes around turns 3 and 4, We're going to turn them loose here in a couple laps. Want everybody on their feet this time. Let's send these guys off for 200 laps. The Firecracker 200. On your feet, fans. Wave to your favorite driver. Wave to your most disliked driver. Wave to all the drivers. They're going to put it out on the line for 200 laps. These guys always putting on a wild show. Send them off 200 laps. The John Jones Auto Group Firecracker 200. We're getting ready to roll them out here.
Firing them off, Hawk. Getting them strapped in tight. Hawk, let's do it like NASCAR does, buddy. Who's your pick to win? Let's go.
Oh, man, there's so many cars out there could do it. I mean, who do you go with? Chuck Barnes Jr., he is always up there in that 44. I mean, and there he is right up front. It's hard to pick against him. What do you think?
Oh, yeah, you can't go wrong with picking someone from the Barnes family. I'm going with one of the Owensboro natives, close to the Owensboro, the Phil Park, Kentucky native of the Sweet 16 of Heath. Help. He's been fast all year. He's been tough to beat. Let's see if he can come from the little man team here and put his team on top with some heavy hitters breathing down his neck here. He's got a big task on hand, but I think Heath Helton has the machine to do. He's been fast all weekend. He's been fast in practice. He's been fast in testing. Here he is with a fine-looking Sweet 16 machine. My pick to win will be the 16 of Heath Helton.
You got a lot of heavy hitters there in that row 2 there, the 00. Brett Hudson, he's always strong here on this track. We've seen him dominate at times, so is he ready to go on this one? Got Austin Baum back here in this 74, always a threat. Connor Popplewell, how about him, the 19 with a good qualifying run. As now you see the Eddie Gilstrap pace truck picking it up. As he comes around, turns 3 and 4, he will exit into the PNC Bank pit road, leaving it clear. It's all up to the drivers. It's all up to the flagman. Are we going to have a good start? The engine's up, green flag is out, and we are underway here with the Firecracker 200. Heath Helton is 16, out to the early lead, down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4. The cars shuffle around, come around to complete lap number 1. The 16 looking strong early, pulling out to a few car lengths lead. What do you think, Ronnie?
I told you he can help this strong, but don't you count out Chuck Barnes and Brett Hudson and another Barnes. And look at the young kid in the 19, Connor Popplewell, breathing down the old man's neck now. Now they roll off to the turn 1, in the middle of 1 and 2. Now take it away, Hawk.
Heath Helton looking strong early on, jumping out there that lead. And he is kind of moving on early. Trying to show that he is the car to beat right now as they come across to finish lap number 3.
Oh yeah, Heath Helton with a brand new chassis here. A new kickstand fab machine chassis. Really fast. He got a leaf spring car. Heath Helton. Can he save his tires now? We gotta play a tire game here. We gotta save some tires for him.
Yeah, we've got a long ways to go. As we said, we're going to have a race break at the 100 lap point.
Like I said, you got Chuck Barnes there, the professional, it seems like, at these races. Always there at the end. And you also got Brett Hudson that's always there at the end. As they roll off in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Still about a 2-car length lead over Brett Hudson and Chuck Barnes Jr.
In lap number 5, these guys up front have kind of settled in right now. They're just going to kind of ride it out a little bit. With the 16, he's helping pull away just a little bit. Everybody in single file behind him.
Going off the pace, looks like Kyle Hadley's off the pace here, coming off down the front stretch here. Kyle Hadley off the pace early. Not a good start for the 12 with Kyle Hadley. As he's coming to really stretch the lead out now, but I think Barnes will start playing from the highest driving game. The longer you keep it behind you, that won't pass you, let you help you run away. This is the tires on Hawk. He won't have no tires left until he changes with that 100-lap break now.
Yeah, he's definitely looking strong right now and pulling away a little bit. As you said, though, that's his strategy. He's just on the go mission right now, and he is pulling away from the field.
Yeah, let's see how long this Hoosier can make it harder to bring to hold up for the 16 and Heath Helton. Or does he have a chassis that's set up for a long haul on OT
He's heading out there in front now. Let's take a look at this. We got Chuck Barnes Jr. second, Brent Hudson third. That's Chuck Barnes Sr. fourth. Connor Powell fifth. That's your top five right now as they come around to complete lap number 9.
Off in 6 is Peter Hunt, 7th, Justin 8th, and Greg Luton 9th, Paul Dell 10th, Austin Baum 11th. The guy that's in the back right now, but watch out for him is David Payne. The Bird's Eye Bullet favorite, running about 12th or 13th now. He's got a strategy game. I think he's playing a strategy game on his tires. He really got to watch himself here on the long races with the different commanding hard. If you don't play attention to how hard you run, you can't shoot yourself in the foot here and then roll off to turn 3.
Yeah, it's interesting how these guys have decided to do this. It's been a really hot afternoon, a hot track. Kind of cooled off a little bit now. You see the 12th car, Hadley, on pit road.
Yes, Hadley off the pace very early on. I hate to see that very early on lap 11 as he helped getting about a half a straightaway lead now. You got to start thinking. His spotters got to start telling him, what are we going to do now? Let's back it up to the field and sit here and ride it out. And I feel like he is. And as he drives off to turn 1, they put his gas and settling a little sooner at the let-off point. But I think these guys are all just right as he helps start to put a gap, really big gap on the guys.
Continue to set a blistering pace here. He's helping coming around to complete lap number 13. Long ways to go here in this event. So a lot could happen here. Keep an eye on that 16 and will he continue to increase that lead?
You're right, Hawk. It is a long ways to go. But we have the 100-lap break car. Very interesting strategy procedures we have for this race. I like the top all cars department in front stretch towards all the top 8 for position. He's going to cover the field up. So then he tells with your big lead now. Go back to 8. You really have to work his gas and work his tires up. And then roll off to turn 3. But still haven't started the lead because one Brent Hudson.
Now you're right. Race break at lap 100. Yes, 138. We'll draw to see where they roll in there. 16 is just out there motoring right now, and he is just on a rail and he just continues to increase that lead.
Yes, he does, Hawk. Stretching his leg now. Hopefully he's riding. He's on his Monday Salem cruise here on the road to Salem, Indiana here. As he goes off in the half-mile high bend. Good Brett Hudson and his dad behind him there. Connor Popwell, very impressive for Connor Popwell. Have a strategy to sit here and ride it. It takes a lot to race it. To sit here and ride behind a metro race. And now we're up to Brett. $5, don't get it. It's $5 to get lap. That's a great sponsor. And his sponsor is $5 a lap. I'd like to give him a shout out. I like it. As the first 1 through 15, we had M&R Heating and Air here. Henry and Mike Jones, Mike's Mufflers and Brakes, All-Star Truck Repair, Handler Drive, KJ Enterprises, Indiana Racing for Autism Awareness, Aggressive Practice, Speedway Parts and Cars, S&M Pressure Washer, LC Lawn Care and Pressure Washer, Racetrack Connect, Brent Hudson Motors. That would be like 150 as we work on the rest of that lap 18 coming around for lap number 19.
Everybody's settled in nicely. Moving around this half mile safely right now. No cautions to be had. We've only seen the 12 Mount Heather had a little issue to take it to the pit area.
The David Powell little sideways off the field in front of your second place runner now. Going a lap down here. David Powell sideways. Oh, big one. But yes, there's a lot of riding going on. We have the lap time. Lap time to drop off. Probably running out of time. So the pace has really probably slowed down. But really like it. He can his car, but also he can make a mistake. And he still has to be on the lead without Chuck Barnes leading down this game. start line for lap number 23. A little over a half a straightaway, a little bit more than half a straightaway over Chuck Barnes Jr., Brent Hudson, Chuck Barnes Sr. But still, no one on the senior turn to make any type of move here to the field. I think it's just going to be a ride and cruise game. But will he help save his front side title? We're only going to change the right side 2 tires. That's all it has. 2 right sides are going on after on the lap break. And after they work the rate position goes.
Yeah, the tire strategy is definitely going to be interesting what they're going to do on that and how the cars are going to handle it. Of course, a lot of these guys, they see the 16 way out there. They know that halfway point range is coming, so they don't feel like they really need to get up there. They just want to be in that top 8. That's something we're watching. So who is going to finish in that top 8?
Yeah, that's a go up. Even if you're running 8, if you're in the good, you're in the cat daddy seat gas lead, you could go on the 1 and start on the pole after the second lap break. I really like it. They can see the old 60 John McLaren will go a lap down here to Heat held the Sweet 16 machine from Philmont, Kentucky. And I think Barnes and Hudson start to turn up the wick now as they roll in the middle of 3 and 4 off of turn 4. Barnes looks like he's picking up pace. That lead is starting to get down just a little bit. Carly by Carly here. As you see some fast cars, we got one sideways, Trent Bear, a little sideways off the floor. Giving out his way battle. Jamie Gibbon back there now. Still single file the rest of the way through the field.
Feeling like maybe he needs to just ride it at this point. He's got the big advantage right now. Coming around to complete lap 29 as we see the field coming through the leg now.
As you see the 23 of Trent Bear getting his spot back over Alex Ware. Alex Ware loses spots that Jamie Goodman and Trent Bear. Trent Bear looks like he's got a handful in his hand. Looking very, very loose now. He's going to bring Jamie Goodman along with him. 2 spots down for Alex Ware. It's still in good hands now. Got to have a track still over Heat Help until they lose a lap. They go with the stay on the lead lap. Those guys back there are still good. Scotty still 30 laps down, no cautions. Back to Heat Help, still stretching his legs out. Riding with a big half a track over Chuck Barnes Jr. As the lead starts to shrink down a little bit off. Chuck Barnes, I think, is turning the wind up as he stretches a little bit further. Brent Hudson.
I think a lot of these drivers are pretty comfortable where they're at right now. I think they want to just kind of make it to that halfway point and then go from that point. Kind of make the adjustments that they need, what the car feels like during this first 100-lap stretch.
My days of racing, going races, let me tell you, like you said, these guys are comfortable. They're not comfortable at that same speedway. They'll jump up and like this. I promise. One mistake, one hiccup coming off of turn 2 and turn 4, they can wash their whole day away, I promise. They are comfortable, but they're not always comfortable like that. So they'll jump up and like this hard. As you see now, the battle is starting to gap away here between second and fifth and fifth and 10th. They're starting to maneuver around a little bit. Some guys getting impatient here. So wanting to get a little spot or two, or wanting to get in that top 8. You know, some guys want to think again. Have to start thinking, I want to move up to the top 8 and start getting that draw spot.
35 laps complete now. After you take it away, we're going to look at some of our lap sponsors here, picking it up on lap 16. Brent Hudson Motorsports, Firecracker, Kentucky Invert Motorsports, Mike Evans and Brakes doing 1, 2, 3, 4 laps. Firecracker, Shane Wilson Lawn Care doing 3 laps. Brent Hudson Motorsports in here. Stephen Herman, LLC, laps 28 through 31. Go Baby Go, Tricia, Kay Bating, 32. Lap 33 is Diesel Boys, Parts and Parts. And lap 34, Lisa's Busy Bomb. Lap 35, Lisa's Busy Bomb. And lap 36, 37, 438, Team 38.
Like I say, Team 38 now. I look Team 38. Alex Ware in the middle, 3 and 4, and Heath Elton on the back track. Alex Ware, Jamie Goodman, they gotta start thinking either I gotta go or we're gonna lose the lap. No cautions. We really gotta start thinking. As you see, Heath Elton, half the straightaway, a little bit over half the straightaway lead over Chuck Mars. As you see Brian Barrett jumping to the inside of Jimmy Caldwell. Sorry, Scott Caldwell. Heath Elton running forward. Big lead over his boys from Salem.
And I think at 16, definitely shot out there. He's kind of stealing in a little bit too. That's what he can there. He likes the way that car feels, and he's just going to kind of cruise it out there right now and hope nothing breaks on that thing.
Yeah, he's in cruise mode for real. Ain't in cruise mode for normal machine, but he's in cruise mode. And you see the field starting to stick, it's starting to dance around, and the move in the main. They start to get a little hot and breezy. They'll start to dance around on you. All the horsepower these cars have on an 8-inch Comanche, man, they'll start to dance. The ball is on. Let's see what happens. Brian Bear puts the heat on the 20. You got a young kid, Arnold Bobwell, still running good now. There's a vector race in front of him. Very impressive run by Arnold Bobwell.
Yes, I mentioned earlier he had a good qualifying run, qualified way up there. He got in and with the big boys. Having a great run in that number 19.
As I'm looking on the video screen now, we're talking about Arnold Bobwell. I don't want to talk too much just about him, but he's having some smoking going into turn 1, as I just noticed. And a little bit of spark, probably just a little, grounding out, bottoming out, but a little smoke from the 19 right here, positional area. Just a little bit smoke. I don't know what's going on with that machine, but something going on there. Could be a small tire run. As you see, Hawk, they got a clear track ahead. As Heath Elton will send his lights on. The number 10 of Matt Stice with Kyle Hadley already lapped down. The next 2 cars go lap down will be Matt Stice and Alex Ware. They got to start thinking, we got to go. They're smarter. They got to tell them, we got to make a move. We got to do something. As Alex Ware gains off the turn 4.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to go a lap down now. As you said, early on like this, there's been no cautions to bring the field together. So those guys need to know that the lead of 16 is help coming around fine. And they definitely don't want to go a lap down this early in the event.
Like I said earlier, Chuck on is turning the wick up here. He starts, gets closing, inching, and car length. He's cutting the lead now on Heath Elton. Heath Elton has to know that these guys are eventually going to come, and his tires are eventually going to go away. He can only ride for so long as we got Trent Bear spinning in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Trent Bear spinning. Stopped on the bottom of the apron. I didn't miss what happened. He looked, he got some overheating issue going on there.
Yeah, I didn't see that one either. He's looking the other way there, but there's a 23 sit down on the bottom of the racetrack. He is moving.
Yeah, I think Honky just lost it. Like I said, we got some water down there coming off of turn 4 where Trent was sitting. A lot of these cars are overheating this hot humidity day here. Even stuck in behind the car, you got to leave a little bit of a gap. If not, you're sucked up behind the back bumper. There's no air flowing to the radiator of these cars. So I hate to see that tough break, but a caution here has saved several drivers from going a lap down, as in Alex Ware and Matt Stice were the next 2 cars to go a lap down. And that is huge for them. This is a tough, very tough break from Trent Bear, but a huge break for Alex Ware and Matt Stice, the next 2 cars to lap down. As you see, we got 2 cars coming down pit road. It's Trent Bear and the 06 with John McLaren here. Trent Bear going to come in and stay next to the pace truck here. As he pulls into the pits and the team goes to work on the 23 of Trent Bear. I know he's loose and dancing. Let's see if they can tighten her up and fix his overheating problem. The crew's looking at the right sides. Going to possibly flat spot of the tires there, Hawk.
All right, while we got this break here in the action, let's get caught up on our lap money here. We're on lap 39, 40, 41, 42, and 43, all sponsored by my buddy Doug Durham. Doug Durham Photography taking care of those laps. Lap 44, All-Star Truck Repair. Laps 45 and 46, GG Radiator and Auto Service in memory of Rocky Glover. Laps 47, 48, and 49, all sponsored by LC Lawn Care and Pressure Washing. Lap 50, MR Heating and Air Conditioning, along with lap 51. S&M Pressure Washing taking care of laps 52, 53, and 54. And Brett Hudson Motorsports 55 and laps 56. That's true. Remember, yeah, the caution laps do count, so we're ticking away. We're getting ready to get to the halfway point of the first part of the race, so lap 50 coming up. So very interesting race here so far with all the strategies going on. Will Greenwell, what do you think of this race so far?
Well, like you alluded to, Hawk, Harold Adams, that, Heath Helton there, tough break for him. He had a extendable lead on the field there, but like you alluded to, tires are going to go away here shortly. We're approaching lap number 50 so far. We saw it in the Halloween 200 in 2022, another hot day. So these cars, the engines, and everything is going to come into account here shortly. As you see Cody Hobart now coming down the pit road. But real quick, before we get back to you, we will go over our sponsors here real quick again. Couldn't do it without John Jones Auto Group for the Firecracker 200 weekend. The Hoosier Lottery, the track naming sponsor. Of course, our title sponsors, Diesel Boys LLC, Mike's Mufflers Brakes for the Crown Vics, on-site plumbing, heating, and air. Max Auto and Scrap Recycling for the Legend Series. Red Ball Recycling, the proud Victory Lane sponsor. The Impact Rescue Safety Team, presented by Safety Clean, our safety team sponsors. PNC, the proud sponsor of Pit Road this year. State Farm agent Jason Wade Concession Stand this year. Hoosier, the official racing tire. Sunoco Race Fuels, the official race fuel. PPG, the official paint products. Ace Hardware of Salem, the official hardware store. Eddie Gilstrap Motors, the official pace truck provider. Salem Rental Company, the official rental company of Salem Speedway. Jacoby Stells, Impact Racing Tools. Tumbleweed Jasper Group, Derby City Recycling, Hoos Taylor Farm, O'Reilly Auto Parts, P3 Graphics, Pro Crafters, Property Scope, Central Credit Union, Rapid Fire, Pizza Jolted Bow, Mid-Southern Savings. And that brings us to our choose cone, gentlemen. Here we go.
Yeah, thanks for all that, Will. For a lot of reasons, every dollar great sponsor. Main Sport be possible here at Salem Speedway. Big help. We got a whole front stretch wall full of sponsors. Yes, the choose cone. Heath Helton goes to the outside, of course. Chuck Barnes to the inside. Now moving Connor Popwell up to the second row inside of Brett Hudson here. I really like the choose cone as a racer and as a fan. It really switches and dices things up here, Hawk. It's a big thing. It's going around from short track to short track as NASCAR has really turned something so small into something that really changed the gameplay of this race. The race is.
Yes, and it's a very important thing here, especially on this half mile here at the Salem Speedway. We see it the other day, and look out, we got some trouble there in turn 3. David Powell to 17, he gets turned around. What happened over there, Ronnie?
He rolled up into turn 3 a little too hot. Guy in front of him jammed the brakes. I think he got on the brakes a little too hard. He might have been too much front brake or rear brake in it and turned the car around on him. That might hawk us to go another lap under caution here. As you can see, we get underway. Yeah, as he fires off and gets him started going back underway now. See what we can slice and dice some things up here. Trying to see who maneuvered to the inside. I think the 48 moved to the inside of Skeeter. Chuck Barnes Sr. chose the outside. Quite a few cars went to the outside. As we all know, the outside is the preferred line here at Salem Speedway. The most momentum, the most speed. Ready to see this restart. Very anxious to see what's going to happen. Does Heath Helton have tires left? Or did he ride the entire 52 laps we went under green? Or what about the boy in the 44? Did he ride to save some tires? And looky, like I've been speaking about, Hawk, the 19 of Connor Popwell, the young kid, up there with some heavy hitters now. Very impressive run out of Connor Popwell as he's been strong all season long.
Talk about the choose cone there. We'll take a look at it. Yes, Chuck Barnes Jr. did go to the inside, so he will be on the inside of the 16 Heath Helton. Brett Hudson went on the outside of row 2, and there's Connor Popwell. He'll be on the inside of row 2. And then Chuck Barnes Sr. goes on the outside of row 3. Craig Luther on the inside in that 48. Got Skeeter Crum on the outside of row 4. Looks like Brett Bear on the inside on 99. So there's your top 8 at this point at lap 53.
Correct, Hoffman. As I look, a few cars that come in under the caution there coming for adjustments. Trent Bear, the one that calls our caution, I want to say he did not lose a lap under caution because he got away before the pacer passed him. Also, Alex Ware come in for a few adjustments. They took a round, put a round in, and took a round out of the right rear, I think, for some chassis adjustment. Put a little cross, take a little cross, and they were doing some air pressure adjustment on our right rear, thinking the right rear gaining some air, making the tire like a balloon hawk, getting it really loose and really, really free here. And that is not a good feeling in the race here at Salem Speedway. You do not want to lose chassis, but it is a handful. Like I said, she will jump up and bite you.
Yeah, as you said, you were talking about the adjustments they make here. It's what's great here about Salem Speed right here. You got this pit row right here in front of us. We can get a bird's eye view of some of the adjustments and some of the things that some of these guys are using the strategy as we go through this event.
And as you say, a bird's eye view. One thing for the halfway break, fans will see the adjustments going on, but heck with that, we're back and we're going to go green here as they roll in the middle of turn 3. The first line, Heath Helton is your leader, and he is your pace setter. Let's see, they take off from the box. Heath Helton, Chuck Barnes Jr. Chuck Barnes Jr. with a great start. Side by side, they go to turn 1 and 2. Heath Helton with a great drive in turn 1. With a great drive over turn 2, a little bumper going on between the 94 and the 20. But Barnes still holding strong and slides up in line behind Heath Helton.
Very good restart this time. Lap 56 complete, but if he's coming back on first, and Chuck Barnes Jr. right behind him and Brett Hudson third.
Yes, and the only car left on the bottom is the 19 Connor Popwell. He's got to find a way to get up into the racing group. If not, he will lose quite a few spots. His starter, Drew Hoffman, has got to get him to the outside lane as he's going to try to squeeze in there. Squeeze into the outside. Connor Popwell back in low 50th position. Now look on. The 44 still trying to keep the pressure on Heath Helton. Heath Helton still getting a few cars gapping. Now 44 is a great run into 3 off of turn 4.
Yes, that 16 car again trying to flex his clutch. He's trying to show he was the car to beat. He was run that so hard. And we'll see if he wants to pull away like he did at the beginning of the race. If he wants to sit there and ride and just let it go until that lap 100.
Yeah, I'm sure the guy will find Heath Helton dancing a little bit up to turn 3 and 4. The back end of the car wanting to dance on a little bit, so he's got the fast way around this racetrack as he won the pressure race here. Chuck Barnes still breathing down his neck and putting a distance between him and Brett Hudson. Now Chuck Barnes starting to go in bumper, putting the bumper, trying to put the bumper to the back of the 16 to let him know, I'm still here, Heath. I'm not going nowhere.
Good run there so far here on this restart. He has pushed the field up, and now he's helped getting that pressure, as you said, from that 44 car.
Yes, Chuck Barnes really making a statement. If he can make Heath run harder than he wanted to, maybe wear his tires out a little sooner. And we got another spin come up in turn 4. The 17 of David Powell goes around again, and yellow back out here. Back under yellow here at Salem Speedway for the 17 of David Powell. David's been fighting a loose chassis all race so far out of these 61 laps. And like I told you all, you don't want to be dancing with the steering wheel at Salem Speedway. And we got a fire under the number 17 machine. A fire, sorry. We got a fire under the number 17 machine. He's currently trying to get it started. Got a little bit of fuel pressure in the back here. Safety track crew on scene, underway here, trying to put the fire out. Great response of our safety crew. Best safety crew probably in the nation here. These guys are on it. two free here. And one thing, that pace truck is one beautiful machine, Salem Speedway. It's a nice looking ride. It's a F-150 Lariat edition. It's a nice machine that Eddie Gilstrap given to us to have a nice pace truck here.
All right, as we got this caution going on, we are certainly, right now on lap 63. We'll take a look at some more of the lap money here that people have put up. Picking it up on lap 57, Indiana Racing for Autism Awareness, laps 57, 58, and 59. Racetrack Connection, Mr. Sherman Kalen, laps 60 and 61. Brett Hudson Motorsports, lap 62. Jim Michaels Photography, lap 63. Once again, Racetrack Connection, laps 64, 65, 66, and 67. Wayland's Hart Photography, lap 68. Kingsbury Concrete, lap 69. And CJB Excavating, lap 70, 71, and 72. So thanks to them and all the fine folks doing all the lap money here tonight for the Firecracker 200.
Do you read off the lap sponsors, Hawk? $5 a lap now. So 5 times 63. Heath Helton starting to brack up a few dollars. He might have paid for a one tire by now. So, hey, one tire is better than no tire. So that's awesome deal of Kara getting the lap money. And also our Dirt 2 media fans back at home watching from home. We appreciate you being at home watching with us, as it looks like the 06 is on pit road. And it looks like we're going to have a driver change here, Hawk. A driver change going into the 06. It looks like Wayne Edwards jumping in the 06. Looks like John McLaren climbing out of the 06 machine and going to let Wayne Edwards jump in to pilot that 06 ride for him.
Yeah, we've seen Wayne Edwards here earlier with his 31 machine, but a lot of smoke came out of that during practice, and he loaded up that thing and took it out. So he is still here, and as you said, it looks like he is going to take over in that 06 machine for John McLaren.
He seems to got a seat pad to put in there for him. I don't know, John overheating. You know, always if you're feeling overheating and unsafe, it's the best thing to do is get out of the race car, because it is very, very hot inside them race cars. You can have them insulated the best you can. But, man, with the fire suit, the safety equipment, and the heat of the engine coming back, it's a very, very hot cockpit inside these street stocks here at Salem Speedway, let alone with the humidity and the heat here.
Yeah, as I said, Wayne Edwards was a scratch. We also had a 61, Kevin Wilkerson. He also scratched. He went up in a puff of smoke during the qualifying session earlier. So that was 2 cars that had to scratch and could not start the event. But as we see there, it looks like Wayne Edwards is going to get some laps in now. Going to get strapped into that 06, and he'll be moving out into the track here momentarily as the field continues to go around, completing lap 65 right now. Now we see Wayne Edwards in the 06 now taking off, and he'll be joining the field here momentarily as he goes around pit road. We also see the 38 of Alex Ware, who was in the pit area. He has joined the field as well, as the Eddie Gilstrap pace truck continues to lead the field around. And they will click over to 66 laps now complete. So we're getting closer and closer to that 100-lap race break, which will make things very interesting at that point. Remember, the top 8 will invert as they do the choose cone this time around. Of course, Heath Helton on the outside. Chuck Barnes Jr. in the 44 goes back down to the inside again. Brett Hudson in the 00 on the outside in row 2. And there's Skeeter Crum in the 22. He'll be on the inside, row 2. Chuck Barnes Sr. in the 5 goes on the high side, row 3. Craig Luther in the 48 will be on the inside. In the 4th row, Fourth row, you got Connor Papelwell. He'll be on the outside. Brent Bear on the 99. He'll be on the inside. So right now, there's your top 8. Remember, those will all have a shot at the invert at lap 100. So any of those guys in that top 8 at lap 100 will have a chance to draw the number 1 pill. So you got guys just outside of that top 8 back here. You got the 20, Scott Caudell, and the 94, Jeff Steiff. They are right there on the outside looking in.
Here we go, Hawk, for a second restart here in the Firecracker 200, brought to you by John Jones Auto Group. What kind of start we going to have here as Heath Helton and Chuck Barnes lead us green back underway here, boys. Chuck Barnes with a little bit of a better run there, but Heath Helton so strong on the entry of turn 1 and off of turn 2. He gets up straight. Nice job of turn 2, but Barnes, oh, look at the move by Chuck Barnes Sr. What a dive bump to the bottom of the old man. Awesome, awesome move from Chuck Barnes Sr.
Showing that veteran presence right there. That was a bold move, but he made it happen. There he is right next to the 44, Chuck Barnes Jr.
Oh, a little bit of side draft there. Chuck Barnes Jr. backing out of him now. Chuck Barnes Sr. What a bold bonsai move, baby. I like it. Chuck Barnes here, go get you some. Senior wants to get up there and challenge for the last. He's tired of riding. He wants a challenge at 16 and see if he can put the 16 on his toes and make him work that car over a little bit.
Yeah, he looked like he was ready to go on that restart. There he is right there in second place. So he's going to show his muscles a little bit. He's going to let Heath Helton know, hey, I am right here, man. I have a chance at this.
Oh, yeah, we complete lap 71 now. As you see, Heath Helton stretching out about 3 car lengths over Barnes. Barnes stretching out over his son a couple car lengths. But Hudson getting a bumper all over the 44, Chuck Barnes Jr. And they're single file the rest of the way back through the field. As Chuck Barnes Jr. and Chuck Barnes Sr. is holding your second and third spot. But Skeeter Crum still holding your 5th position. The 5 car off the pace now. Chuck Barnes Sr. with the bold move is now off the pace. I don't know if we got a tire going down or overheating or no oil pressure, but something going on there. Tough break. And he showed a strong performance for about 3 laps there now, Hawk.
Yeah, such a shame. As you said, made a great move there, was looking super strong, and all of a sudden he just slows up, and there he is into the pit road, and they're going to take a look at it, see what the situation there is on that 5 machine.
Yes, Hawk, as the hood comes off here. Something mechanical failure going on for Chuck Barnes Sr. Really hate to see that, but that lets Heath Helton stretch his lead out. Now will Chuck Barnes Jr. get back to the back bumper of the 16, or will he let the 16 ride for the next 25 laps till a halfway break? Really strategy going on the first 100 laps. We're just not a whole lot of passing going on. Guys giving and taking here on these restarts, really helping each other out to get to the end, to the 100 lap mark.
As they come around now to complete lap 76, it's real important we keep an eye on the top 8. Of course, it's the 16. Heath Helton out front, Chuck Barnes second in the 44, Brett Hudson third. And then you got Skeeter Crum, Craig Luther, Brett Bear, and Connor Popplewell top 7. And then you got 8th on back there, the 94, Jeff Steiff. So there's your top 8. So the 20, Scott Caudell, is the first car out looking in. So he'll try to get up there and get past that 94 to try to get in that top 8.
So you got a gap between Connor Popplewell and Jeff Stiff. Jeff Stiff is really on the bubble here for the 8th spot. As like I said, a single file all the way through the field. As you see, Chuck Barnes Jr. really trying to close in the lead now, but I think they're just in cruise mode, Hawk. Not a whole lot of pressure going to be applied to the back of the 16 from Chuck Barnes Jr. Really just going to ride and make it to that 100 lap mark. After that 100 lap mark, I think you'll see a lot of dive bombs like you see from the old man of Chuck Barnes Sr. That was still an incredible move by Chuck Barnes Sr.
Yeah, as the laps keep ticking away, this time around when 16 Heath Helton comes around, It'll be lap 80. There'll be 20 more laps until that lap 100 break. And as you said, these guys, they probably just want to ride it out right now. They know they're in great position right now. They're in that invert, and so they're happy with that until they get to that lap 100. And I think we'll see a whole different race after that.
Oh, yeah, you're correct. I think we'll see a whole different field of cars charging to the front. As one I want to take notice of, the bird's eye bullet of Brian Baer, starting pretty deep in the field, working his way inside that top 8 hawk. That's a very good spot for him. He's sitting in a good spot.
Yeah, I think he's very happy with that. You see Connor Popple on the 19 kind of looking underneath there, trying to gain another advantage there. So the young kid in the 19, Connor Pepperwell, trying to move up there a little bit. But he's in that top 8. He needs to just kind of ride right there and get ready for that break.
You're exactly correct, Hawk. This rider out to the end. As you see, Skeeter Crump not getting the run off the backstretch, but right now, Brian Baer getting some pressure from the back of the 12 of Connor Popplewell. Brian Baer really charged to the front to get inside that top 8. I think he used a choose cone to his advantage here. We got a Jeff Stiff, your 8th place runner, Hawk. Your 8th place runner, Jeff Stiff, that completely missed the wreck. Oh, man. We were just talking about Jeff Stiff being in your 8th spot, right on the bubble, and going to be in the top 8 as he hits the inside wall here, ripping off another sponsor ad. Unfortunately, a bad break for the 94, the Pain Management Consultants LLC Chevrolet of Jeff Stiff. Man, oh man, what a hard hit to the inside wall.
Yeah, we didn't see exactly what happened there. We know he was running 8th, and he was kind of by himself right there. He pulls away now, but I don't know what happened there. Something, he lost control there and hit that inside retaining wall. The track crew right there going to pick up some of the debris there, make sure everything's good to go on the track. As we see the 94 just limping around. He definitely has a left rear, and it looks like he's got part of the sponsorship from the wall hanging on that left front.
Yeah, he's got some body damage there on the left rear quarter panel and the left front fender. Looks like the left rear is flat. I don't know what happened, Hawk. Like I said, these right rears on these cars get built over air pressure, and they'll swell up like a balloon, and these Hoosier Comanches are hard as a rock, Hawk, and I'm telling you, you don't want to race with a tire that's got 45 to 50 pounds in it with no grip. You'll be dancing and holding on for hell on these race cars. Got so much horsepower and no tire to put it down to the ground, and you're just holding on. And you don't want to race like that. It's not comfortable.
Yeah, tough break for the 94 as he continues to limp around here. He'll go into the pit area here and see what he can do, see if he can get out. But he was in that great spot there, the last spot for the invert. So that probably, if we'll take a look at things, it'll probably put Scott Cuddell in the 20 up into that 8th spot, if I am correct. So there you see on the Dirt 2 Media coverage there, the 94 now pulling into the pit area.
Looks like they're going to change the left rear tire here, pull the fender out. It looks like he's going to jump back out there. Tough break was having an excellent run here, which we were just talking about. And like the announcer curse here, Hawk. Feel kind of bad. We were bragging about him, how he's running 8th, and it was in the bubble position, really. And it was going to be able to peel draw and maybe jump up a few spots after this break. But now, going to go a couple laps down as we do count caution laps. We are going to count caution laps. We're on lap 85, 86, and they will be counting these laps as he goes another lap down. Now, as you see Wayne Edwards coming back in pit road, that's in the John McLaren machine. He's going to come back into pit road, go to work on that machine. Now, let's see if Chuck Barnes wants to really take the lead away here and be the first one to peel draw for where he starts, or he's going to let Heath Helton take off for the lead here. As you see, it looks like the 5-car Chuck Barnes Seniors is done for the evening as he rolls into the small track in the intersection.
As you said, we'll see if Chuck Barnes Jr. wants to get up there into the lead and collect some of this lap money. $10 a lap by all these sponsors. Heath Helton now really collecting a lot of these laps, pretty much all of them, I would say, so far. So let's pick it up on lap 73, Bombs Racing Supply. Also doing lap 74, lap 75, Travi DeMarco, lap 75. Mosby's Towing and Jet Towing doing laps 76 and 77. Mike's Mufflers and Brakes, lap 78. in memory of Jim Sanders, laps 79 and lap 80. The Locker Room Pub, laps 81, 82, and 83. King Jack and King Levi doing lap 84. Bread Hudson Motorsports doing lap 85. SS Race Cars and Fabrication, laps 86 and 87. So as they are still on caution, they go through the choose cone. Once again, Chuck Barnes Jr. goes to the inside of Heath Helton on that front row.
Yeah, as you see, Craig Luther now going to be starting the second row inside with Hudson to his outside. And once again, I'm telling you guys, Hawk, the 99, the Bird's Eye Bullet making a hard charge to the front here, starting from your third row inside of the Bird's Eye Bullet. I had 4 kids, Hawk, pick Bird's Eye Bullet, Brian Bear, to be your winner tonight. It looks like he's going to have a strong performance.
Yeah, as you said, he didn't have the greatest qualifying today, and not a whole lot of attention towards him so far, but there he is. He knows what he's doing. It's a strategy. Just don't race it too hard. Get in that top 8, and we'll see what happens after that lap 100 break.
So, yeah, Caudill is our bubble car right now on the 8th spot. But who start behind Caudill is Austin Baum and Deckard. Brandon Deckard now, and Austin Baum is the outside looking in, as we would say, to get into that top 8. Let's see if they'll start applying some pressure to the back of Caudill as the pace truck lights are off, and we're going green this time by Hawk.
All right, when they do come across here, they'll be completing at lap 89, so we'll only got about 11 laps left before we get to that break. So the Eddie Gilstrap pace truck picking it up. He will exit into the PNC Bank pit road. We'll look for a good start this time.
As we roll up into turn 4, nose to nose, we hit the first line, and we're green. Back underway here for the John Jones Auto Group Firecracker 200. Chuck Barnes with another good start, but like I said, Heath Helton with a good drive, but Barnes now sticking with Helton, and they got door to door. Barnes goes to the lead now. Chuck Barnes, I was saying he might challenge him for the lead as Chuck Barnes Jr., your new leader here at Salem Speedway. We got a battle back here door to door. Popplewell, Caudill, Baum, and Deckard battling it out. Popplewell to the inside of Brian Bear, but Deckard still looking to get past Caudill.
Yes, that 20 car is your 8th place car, so those guys behind there, they know it. They want to get past that number 20. It's Austin Baum and Brandon Deckard in the 13. We'll keep an eye on that situation.
Yes, and Chuck Barnes Jr., your man up to the top of the point. Now Craig Luther. Craig Luther moves up to 3rd, gets around Hudson after that restart, and then Skeeter running 5th. Followed to Brock and Bear and Popplewell. Heath Helton applying some pressure to Chuck Barnes. Who knew? Who would think that Barnes was going to take the lead from Helton, as Helton has been your leader this entire first 90 laps or so. A little dragging going on there. Baum overshoots the corner, but gathers it up now with a strong run off of turn 2 here. But Heath Helton not going away now. Was he Heath riding with a great drive through 3 and 4. Helton all over the back bumper of Chuck Barnes Jr.
But yeah, Chuck Barnes Jr. now flexing his muscle a little bit. He's going to say that he's got a chance at this. Heath Helton is not only the strongest car here.
You're exactly right. He is flexing his muscles. I thought he had a very, very fast race car, and Chucky's always riding. He's always a strategy man. He's a really, really smart race car driver. In years past, I've raced with him. He's very, very smart and a tough customer when he gets behind the wheel. We got a little off the pace now of Caudill. Now was not your 8th place car. He's door to door with Brandon Deckard for the 8th place spot. I don't know what happened there. Deckard really fighting to get to the 8th place spot.
And Caudill moves back ahead of him. 13, Brandon Deckard was right there but couldn't hang on with it. There goes Deckard way down on the inside. He knows he needs to make a move quick.
Yes, you're right, exactly right. Maybe had to apply a little bit of a bumper action there. but Popplewell put some pressure on the Bird's Eye Bullet of Brian Bear, really trying to get around the 99. Gets a great run off for turn 2 on Bear, but still can't make the move. Oh, we're in contact. Brandon Decker gets into the back of the 20 and loses control of the 13 machine. What a change of events here with 3 laps to go till the 100 lap mark. And Hawk, this will bring us to a 100 lap break here as caution laps do count. Lap 98 goes on the board.
Yeah, we knew right there we were keeping an eye on that situation there, battling for that 8th spot, and they had made a lot of contact there. 13 spun around to 20, held on to it. He almost lost it too. He got real squarely over in turn 2, but he held on to it. And there you see Brandon Decker in the 13 coming across here with a little bit of damage. So we'll keep an eye on him and see what he needs to do here as we are nearing that 100 lap break. So lap 99 now on the board. So next time around will be lap 100 as you see the pit crews and members getting ready for this mid-race break at the lap 100 point. These guys can change 2 tires. They can make whatever adjustments they need on the track here. So we're going to bring them to a halt this time around. Ronnie Basham's going to head down to the track, and we're going to do the invert 1 through 8. Each of those drivers will draw a pill out, and that is where they will restart when they pick it back up after this mid-race break.
Right, Hawk, I'm making my way down here. Good field of cars. Gonna park away on the front stretch here as they get to change 2 tires, gas, make a chassis adjustment. As you fans can go get you a cold drink, a good ribeye sandwich, and an ice cold beer. And we're gonna go for a 10-minute. These guys will have 10 minutes to go to work on the machine as we hit the 100 lap mark, Hawk. The 100 laps on the board. We're gonna park their cars on the front stretch. And I got this box here for the top 8. The top 8 will draw for their spots. What do you guys think about today's show? We got 100 laps down. Who's it going to be? We got some tough customers up front still. Looking like a strong field of cars. Not a whole lot of wrecks. Not a whole lot of beating and banging. But a lot fast race cars coming here. Going to park on the front stretch. Get you an ice cold drink, an ice cold beer here. As you see, fans, as the crews goes to work, you get a bird's eye view to see what goes on behind the scenes and behind the walls here. As you see the running and gunning, throwing tires, throwing jacks. Get drivers going. Brett Hudson here getting involved now. Drivers going to work on their own machines here. It is awesome to see what these guys go through on a daily basis inside the racetrack, at the racetrack. Craig, I got Craig Luther here. Craig, I noticed a lot of you guys are just riding. How much car do you got left, and would you just kind of cruising and saving tires here?
Yeah, we got a good car. I'm trying to take care of it here. We're just kind of riding right now.
Good.
I think we got something for them. We can keep the wheels on it.
Good deal. I noticed you jumped up to third, and she was looking very strong later in that run, and very, very smart game plan to sit here and ride her out. Good luck to you, my friend. Heath, man, what an awesome first 90 laps. No, you gave up the lead there to Chucky, but I didn't know how much tires you were saving when you got to the lead, but still got a strong race car here. What's your game plan here in the next 100 laps?
I didn't know how hard he was going to drive there, so I just kind of kept doing what I've been doing, and he drove a little harder than I thought he would. So kind of followed him there, see what he thought he had, and we're pretty good shape. See what these tires look like. We got a little bit car left.
Yeah, Heath, you're looking very, very strong here. As I see your crew goes to work, the gas is going in, tires are getting changed. Awesome performance so far. You collected some lap money to help pay for some tires and pay for some fuels. I know you got a fast race car, but, man, you got a man in front of you. But I got this box here. We're going to draw. Let's see which will start off here. I was going to get a word with Chuck Barnes here, but I know he's trying to look over his car. He's a big chassis adjustment guy, and I ain't going to bother him. I let him go to work on the machine. Let's get with the guys there. Not too busy here. As you see, guys are going to work. Got some left tire changes going on, some strategy going on with the tires. You got right sides going on. You got some left tires going on and off. You got some fuel going in. You got a chassis adjustment with the cross and the wedge here. As you see, I'm here with looking for Skeeter Crum now, but he's going to work on the machine. The bird's eye bullet here looking very strong. I won't bother Brian as he's going to work on his machine. Looking very, very strong from the back of the field. Brian Bear looking very good. I'm walking over here to Chuck Barnes Jr. Chuck, I'm going to have you draw. I got 8 balls in the bucket. I'm going to reach in there or have your daughter reach in, one of the two. Let's see, what number will it be? Number 5, Chuck Barnes Jr. will start 5th after this halfway break. 5th for Chuck Barnes Jr. All right, I'm here with Heath Helton. I know he's looking over his tires. Heath, I need you to draw a ball here to see where you start. All right, Heath reaches in the bucket. He's going to draw his ball out. Number 6 for Heath Helton. Heath Helton will start 6th for the second break, for the second 100-lapper. As I'm here looking for Craig Luther, I'm trying to find Craig. Draw the ball here. I got the 5 and 6 out of the bucket. You're up next, buddy. Number 3 for Craig Luther. That's a good pill draw for Craig Luther. Number 3. All right, as I move over here to Brett Hudson now. Brett, I got a 5 and 6 and number 3 gone. The 1 and 2 still in there, buddy. Let's see what you got here. Number 1 for Brett Hudson. Number 1, Brett Hudson will start first after the second 100-lapper. All right, Skeeter Kern, reach in here and grab me a ball out, buddy. Number 2, Skeeter Kern will start second for the second 100 laps. All right, have us move over to the bird's eye bullet. Brian Bear, reach in there and grab us a ball out. Number 7, Brian Bear will start 7th for your next 100 laps. Connor Popwell looking, drawing in the bucket now. Looking here. Let's see what he's got. Number 4 for Connor Popwell. So that leaves Caldell. I got 1 ball left. I can draw it for you, but it's the last one in there. It's lucky number 8. That's the last one in there, Scott. You want to draw out anyway so the camera see it? Last one, number 8. All right. There you go. Yeah, no, they did a good appeal draw. There you go, fans. That's how we're going to start the second 100 laps, and let me tell you, it's going to be a wild one.
All right, as all the pit crew members go back to their spots in the pits, we're going to get ready to roll the Eddie Gilstrap pace truck, and the cars will into their position that they drew. So we're going to see the 00 move up here into position 1. Red Hudson and Skeeter Crum in the 22 will start on the outside of row 1.
All right, engines are fired. We got some new right sides, got some left side swap. We got fresh gasoline for races, so no go race fuel. Chassis adjustments, tire pressure adjustments. Who will it be as Hudson rolls off in the number 1 spot? Who's it gonna be as the last 100 laps are about to get underway here at the Salem Speedway? Brought to you by John Jones.
So now you see the track officials getting everybody in line where they need to be. There you see the 00, Brett Hudson in the number 1 position. Skeeter Crum on the outside will be in number 2. There you see Craig Luther in the 48 in position 3. Connor Popplewell in the 19 in position 4. 44, Chuck Barnes Jr. in position 5. 16, Heath Helton in position 6. Britt Bear in the 99 will now roll up into his spot. He'll be on the inside. Row 4 and 20. Scott Caudell in the 20 will be on the outside. And I believe everybody else will be single file, and they will be able to do the choose cone outside of the top 8. Seen the 18, Cody Holbert, having a little trouble, but he gets that thing fired back up, and he'll pick up there on the tail. All right, as the Eddie Gilstrap pace truck leads them around, the top 8 is in their correct order now. Behind the top 8, they will do the choose cone from that point on back this time around. Race control saying one more time around. It'll be 1 to go at the line. Of course, laps are counting now. We're up to 102 on the board, headed towards 200 in this Firecracker 200, sponsored by the John Jones Auto Group.
Yeah, Hawk, I think we're going to see a lot of different strategy here now. You got counting down the laps, so we're going to have 97 laps down, 103 on the board. This won't be a rider game now. It's going to be wide open game time for the first 20 or 30 laps you might ride. Then it's hammer down time, Hawk. We're going to see a lot of different racing going on here. Maybe some more beating and banging now. Let's see what we got on hands here for us.
Yeah, we're going to definitely see what the strategy is here for some of these drivers from this point on. As you said, going to be a whole different kind of race. We're past the halfway point, past that break. So it's all the way from here to lap 200. So we'll have to see what they want to do. And of course, now the lineup has been shuffled around in that top 8. So we'll see what these guys want to do early on this restart, as you see the Eddie Gilstrap pace truck picking it up.
Here we go. Well, Hudson get the jump over Skeeter Crum. Craig Luther laying back now, trying to get a jump start here. Skeeter Crum, Brett Hudson very good on the restart. Brett Hudson getting a great start, but Skeeter Crum's still there. Who's door to door going into turn 1? Hudson, come up on Skeeter Crum a little bit, making Skeeter back out of it. Hudson putting up in there now. What a great start there from those two, but Hudson getting a little antsy, throwing some elbows now.
And look on back here, third. There's Connor Popperell in the 19, settling in the third, right behind your top 2 as they continue a battle. A little bit of bumper-to-bumper action around turns 1 and 2.
Peter Crum getting a little antsy there, getting the bumper back to Hudson, letting him know I wasn't liking that. And now look at the kid in the 19 of Connor Popperell coming off of turn 4 now. 3 cars, throw a blanket over, rolling up to turn 1.
A good start for everybody so far. Top 3 now pulling away just a little bit. The 0022 and the 19.
A gap from 19 to the 48. Now Heath Helton rolling in 5th now. Heath Helton not used to racing back here all this whole race. He's been out front with fresh air breathing for him in his car. But look at Chuck Barnes Jr. on the bottom making a pass on the number 20 now.
Yeah, as you said, those guys were running up front, but now they're back here a little bit, so they got to figure out what they want to do, how fast they want to move up, and what they want to do with the other cars that are in front of them. Do they want to keep pace with them? Do you want to hold back a little bit?
Bear looking to the outside of Caldell, but nothing there for him. As Popperell putting the pressure on Skeeter Crum. Hudson, your leader now still. Hudson with a little breathing room over the 22 of Skeeter Crum.
These guys have settled in a little bit right now. Still got plenty of laps to go. The 00 Fred Hudson setting the pace right now with Skeeter Crum right behind him and Connor Popple. There's Craig Luther now in the 48 wanting to join the front group of leaders.
Yeah, Craig Luther now wants a little piece of the action here. Now it's a 4-car breakaway. Back to 5th is Heath Helton, and the Bear looking to the inside of Caldell. Bear trying to make a pass on Caldell for the 8th spot. Nothing there for him. Backs out, falls back in the line in front of Austin Baum. Here comes the top 4. They're bumper to bumper. A little gap between 2nd and 3rd here. Skeeter Crum putting a little heat now to the back of Brett Hudson. Chuck Barnes Jr. running in a strong 5th spot here. Probably going to do a little 6th spot, sorry. No, 5th spot. 6th spot, sorry, again. We got one off the pace.
74, Austin Baum had a little trouble there in turns 1 and 2, and he's down way low and way off the pace, as you said.
Still, you got your 4-car breakaway over Heath Helton. Craig Luther still trying to put his nose up in the mix here. As Hudson, Skeeter, Crum, Pompowell and Luther, your top 4, followed by Heath Hilton to round out your top 5.
You see that 44 car, Chuck Barnes Jr., back there a little bit. So we don't know if he's holding back a little bit or maybe he's just not got that power right now as he did earlier.
Chuck Barnes is riding, Hawk. Let me tell you, I've watched him as a little kid. I've raced against him as a younger adult. And 74 now onto the pit road. Austin Baum off the pace here. Coming down pit road, PNC pit road here.
Yeah, we seen him have a little trouble earlier. He went a couple more laps around, but he does take it to the pits with some issues.
You see Barnes over Caldell. Bear really was trying to put some pressure to the back of the 20 early on after this start. Not able to keep up right now. Bear was very fast toward the end of that run, coming from deep in the field, now falling back here early on in this second half of the 100-lap race. But still, the top 4, you can throw a blanket over the top 4, Hawk. And Skeeter Crump with an awesome run into turn 3 and 4.
These guys are setting a pretty good pace, as you said, back there in 5th, 16, Heath Helton, way back there a little bit. We'll see if he can catch up with that group or if he wants to lay back and save a little bit of those tires. As you was talking earlier, he was running pretty hard there earlier, but then they had that 100-lap break.
Try to get a little strategy out of Heath. I don't think he was trying to talk about his strategy over the mic, which is understandable. Don't want to throw your strategy out there to everyone else. But I really feel like he's riding right now because this car is a lot faster than what it is right now. I think that he's just playing a strategy game as we have a little door-to-door action going on further back in the field with Trent Bear and Brandon Deckard.
Got 119 laps on the board right now. And there you see Brandon Deckard getting way sideways out of 4. Look out. A little bit of contact again into the side of 32 Baines. Trouble in turn 1.
Big wreck, 2-car, 3-car pile up going into turn 1. Deckard getting a little loose there. Looked like maybe a right rear flat or a little just out of control there. Collecting David Baines. Wrong place, wrong time for David Baines. Bad break there for David Baines. We're having an excellent, solid run for him here.
Yeah, bad break there, as you said. The 13, we had our eye on them. They was running side by side there. Now, we was watching it there on the Dirt 2 Media monitor. He got way loose coming out of 4. There was some contact there, and in 32, David Baines, unfortunately, getting the worst end of that deal and getting looped around there in turn 1. You see the safety crew there checking him out.
Unfortunate break of events here for David Baines. Man, oh man, what a tough break for him. Brandon Deckard, as like you said, we were watching her just a second ago, door to door. Trent Bear really slipped out of that one now. He almost had him pinned to the wall. Trent Bear backed out. Brandon got it a little loose, overcorrected, and about saved it. But Brandon Deckard collecting David Baines with a tough break for the 32 of David Baines.
You see David out of his car now, walking under his own power. He looks fine there, but very, very disappointed with how this race has ended for him at this point.
It's always a bad night when you come home with a tore-up race car. Lots of hours, lots of time, lots of money goes into just one car on each of these race teams. You can't put together how many hours and how much time and how much money goes into each race team. And to come home with a wrecked race car is never a good night at the racetrack.
You see Brandon Deckard in the 13. He has taken it to the pit area. You see there on our monitor, Dirt 2 Media. They're working on that machine to see if they can possibly get him back out there. I've seen a lot of damage there, a lot of body damage on that thing, but we'll see if they can get him back out there, get him some laps. He had a pretty decent run there, but we'll see if he can make it back out here. We are looking at 121 laps on the board.
Correct. 8 Hawkeyes before the 100-lap break. Brandon Deckard was the reason we went to caution, if I'm correct, as he got into the back of Caldell and spinning and collecting the wall down the inside coming off turn 2. Don't know if that was some damage done to the suspension on the machine, but I'm sure it was checked over as they checked it on the 10-minute break mark. But he was very, very free coming off of turn 4. He was dancing really bad. And it's never to be dancing back and forth, swatting flies here at Salem Speedway.
And as we got some time here under caution, we'll get caught up on our lap money here. Picking it up on lap 88 in memory of Jerry Norris. Laps 88, 89, 90, 91, 92. All-Star Truck Repair, laps 93 and 94. Brett Hudson Motorsports, lap 95. Bayer Motorsports, laps 96, 97, 98, 99. MR Heating and Air Conditioning, lap 100 and 101. Bayer Motorsports, 102 and 103. All-Star Truck Repair, lap 104. Brett Hudson Motorsports, 105. KJ Enterprises LLC, laps 106, 107, 108, and 109. Lap 110, S&M Pressure Washing. Lap 111, LC Lawn Care and Pressure Washing. 112, in memory of Ronnie Asball. 113, LC Lawn Care and Pressure Washing. 114, LC Lawn Care and Pressure Washing. Brett Hudson Motorsports, 115. CJB Excavating, laps 116, 117, and 118. Mike's Mufflers and Brakes, 119. The Wild Will Throwdown, Mr. Will Greenwell, laps 120, 121, and 122. Brings us up to 123. Solar Control Window Tinting, LLC, doing laps 123 and 124. Of course, with that invert, it shuffled things around, so now Brett Hudson has been leading since the break. So he is collecting a little bit of this extra bonus lap money, 10 laps per lap, sponsored by a lot of these great folks here for the John Jones Auto Group Firecracker 200. Track officials getting the cars lined back up before we let them do the choose cone. Of course, Brett Hudson in the lead, looking strong up to this point. We got Skeeter Crum in the 22, Connor Popplewell in the 19 with a great run so far.
Hey, Hawk,
Greg
looky
Luther
here.
in
We're
the
coming,
48,
we're
looking
coming
good.
for the choose cone, Hawk. Here we go now. Choose time, boy. Look there, Craig Luther going to the inside, going to from fourth to second. He'll be the starting from the front row inside next to Brett Hudson as Skeeter Crum and Popplewell chooses to the high side. And he's going to bring with him the Sweet 16 of Heath Helton.
Yep, the 16 Heath Helton sees this situation. He'll say, I'll go ahead and move right on up there. I want to get up there closer to the front. I can do it, but we'll see if that strategy works out for him.
Oh, yeah, my pick was Heath Helton from the beginning, and I'm still staying with Heath Helton. Me and Heath started our rookie season together at Salem Speedway, and he stayed with it, and he is being a very strong performer here at Salem Speedway the last couple of years.
And we'll also take a look right behind him. Look who it is, the 44. Chuck Barnes Jr. decided to follow him right up on that inside.
Oh, yeah, Chucky Barnes Jr., he's a smart cat. He's one of the smartest race car drivers you'll race against. And in this area, okay, Hawk, he's very, very smart as a chassis setup and a very smart race car driver. So he makes it really hard to beat Chuck Barnes because he knows how to set up a race car and he knows how to dial them in and he knows how to drive them. So he's a tough customer all the way around as the lights go off on the pace truck.
Yeah, we'll look to go back green again as these guys are looking at 126 on the board. So we're getting deeper and deeper into this race, but still plenty of time.
Lots of time left. It's a long ways to go. It don't sound like a lot, but it's still 75, 74 laps left. Still got to save those Hoosier Comanches, Hawk, because they don't last up forever. Once they get hot and greasy and slick, Hold on, Helda, because she's going for a long, hard ride. As we're going to bunch them up, bumper to bumper, door to door. We're going to go in the middle of turn 3 and 4 for another restart for the Firecracker 200. We got a few cars laying back here on start. Here we go. We're at the start line. Here we go. And we're back underway for the Firecracker 200. Great start by Hudson. Luther played a little strategy there, Hawk. Knowing Hudson was going to jump out to the early jump point as Luther gained 2 spots here on that start. He told me at the break he thinks he got something for these guys.
Well, he's had a good run so far, and that was a great move right there. Puts him up in second. There's Heath Helton still on the inside of the 22 Skeeter Crumb.
Yes, Heath Helton still stuck on the inside, getting to the inside of the 22 of Skeeter Crumb. Now he's working on the 48. I told you, don't count that Sweet 16. He wasn't holding back for too long, and here he comes. Heath Helton to the inside of Craig Luther with a great run off of turn 4. Heath Helton knocking on the door for second with a great job into turn 1 and 2. I think he might clear this pass on Craig Luther with a great run off of turn 2.
Yep, and there he goes into second place. So a great restart for the 16. Started on the inside. He made his moves, and there he is right there behind the 00.
Yes, sir, indeed. He made that bottom side inside groove work, and it's very hard to do that here at Salem Speedway. You really got to have the car set up and really got to manhandle it as he starts to close in on Brett Hudson. Going to be knocking on the door for the Owensboro native and the Philpott, Kentucky native. Your front 2 runners here as Craig Luther falls to 3rd here now.
We're setting up for a good run right now, and look at the 16 diving down low, trying to get using that inside. He likes that inside right now, but the 00 kind of shut the door on him there right there.
Yes, sir, indeed. The Double Deuce really knows that 16 is fast. Both coming from the same chassis stable, Kickstand Fab. He's really built some really nice race cars, and these two showing why he's one of the best chassis builders for the street stock in the nation for street stock. As Brett Hudson stretching out about a car length over Heath Helton. Heath Helton really trying to put the pressure back on the back bumper of Brett Hudson.
As you see the top 4 there right there together. Now looks like the 16 looking to the high side that time. Changing it up on the 00 with the 48 and 22 right there with him.
Yeah, he's going to have to throw every punch in the book at it, because let me tell you, Hudson will not be an easy customer to pass as he's had a lot of laps around this racetrack and has a very hard, fast race car. Heath Helton is wanting to go to the bottom as he's made all his passes on the bottom here. It's going to be a tough cookie to swallow here if he wants to make a pass on the bottom on Brett Hudson. Brett Hudson still looking very strong, but if he can apply the pressure, he might be able to shake him up a little bit. And 16 going to turn under him. He wants to turn under him bad.
Yeah, you definitely see the 00 though, seeing him what he's doing back there. So he's doing all he can to make that car wide. He don't want to get him around. And there he goes diving down the inside again, Ronnie.
The 00 bobbled up a little bit, and then Heath Helton took his shot. Oh, little door shot there. Little door shot from 16. Oh, doggy, here we go.
But it is the 16 now, your leader. Heath Helton, 00 Brett Hudson is still right there behind him, though. We'll see if he's got anything for him. Can he keep up with that 16?
Yeah, let's see what Hudson's going to do when he gets back to him. I might put a little bumper to him. I don't think Hudson likes a little door slap there for the lead now. That was a nice little door slap from the 16 of Heath Helton. He said, come get you some. He shoved the 16 in a little bit harder than he wanted to go there. Oh, baby, let's go.
Yeah, a lot of contact that time, so it is definitely on now. 138 laps down.
He's still applying the bumper. Heath Helton getting a little sideways. He got a little bumper action from the 00. Hudson giving it back a little favor. Let's see if the door slap comes back to him here. As Hudson working the inside of the 16. Nothing there for him. As Hudson falls back in line behind the Sweet 16.
And look at Craig Luther in the 48. He is right there keeping pace with him the whole time. And so is Skeeter Crumb in the 22.
Yes, sir. I told you. I interviewed Craig Luther, one of the only drivers I got to speak to. He told me he has something for him. He's been riding. He got a very fast race car and a strong power plant under that machine. As Helton still your leader here. As Hutch is still trying to get to him. I don't know what's going to happen here. Will Helton be able to hold off a hard-charging Hudson and a hard-charging Craig Luther.
You see now, the 16 trying to pull away just a little bit, but he gets a little loose. You see a couple times there, but he is trying to pull away a little bit from that front pack.
Yes, sir, indeed. As the top 5 is about to bumper to nose here. With a little gap between first and second, Luther gets a little juggly off of turn 2 there. Gathers it up and goes back down the straightaway into turn 3. As Heath Helton just can't seem to pull away now. Really trying to apply some power punches to this 0-0. It's a 0-0. Reels him back in here. Helton with a good little entry in the middle of 1 and 2. Off of turn 2 with a great run off of turn 2 into turn 3.
Yeah, top 5 right there together. We ought to mention the 19 is right there with him, running 5th. Again, Connor Popplewell with a great run.
Yes, sir, Connor Popplewell. Very impressive run out of that young man. Really showing these older fellas he's here, and he's here to make a statement. He is not scared to compete with them, which is awesome to see. As the 0-0 gets a great run off the 16 off of turn 2.
Yeah, he caught up with him quick right there. I don't know if they made contact or not. It was awful close, but he is right there. He is not letting this 16 get away.
No, these guys are not backing out now as we complete lap 144 now. Lap 144. Laps are ticking down as Heath Helton still collecting that bonus money for each lap. Still see if he can collect a big check here at the Firecracker 200. And Hudson really trying to put some power punches in, see if he can get around the 16.
And we talk about the top 5, and look, we're going to make it the top 6. We got the 44, Chuck Barnes Jr. He's going to get into the mix now.
Yes, sir. Don't you count out Chuck Barnes. I'm telling you now, don't you ever count out Chuck Barnes, either of the Barneses. But he's still got his work cut out for him if he wants to get around the 4 cars, 5 cars in front of him, because it's not going to be an easy task. As these guys are so close to speed at times, you're not just going to be able to blow by them. You're really going to set them up and make a pass on the outside is going to be your passing point. The inside is not the place to be sometimes, unless you have a chassis that is capable of holding up to it.
You've seen that 16 Heath Helton have a lot of success on that inside, but as the laps go by, is that going to be the favored groove for him or not? Right now he's looking good, but the 0-0, Brett Hudson, trying to figure out what he needs to do.
Yes, as you see that we're going into turn 3 and 4 of the 44, trying to make a move on the inside of Connor Popplewell. Popplewell having to go into defense now. Was riding behind the Skeeter Crum. Now he's playing defense on the 44. Can Chuck Barnes set up a move here? Looking to the inside of Connor Popplewell. Great run for the 40 and 4 off of turn 2 as they roll off into turn 3 and 4. As he may. Fender clear. Inside he goes. The 44 is up to 5th now. Here he comes.
Yeah, the 44 on the move as we expected. And there he goes. He is making his move as we are nearing the 150 lap mark. So only about 50 laps remain now in the Firecracker 200.
Chuck Barnes Jr. really trying to apply the pressure to the back of the 22. As Hudson and Heath Helton gives a little breathing gap from the 3rd place of Craig Luther. Craig Luther's getting a miracle of that yellow bumper as Skeeter Crum looks to the inside of the 48. Now Barnes is going to look to the outside, backs up, lets Skeeter get back in line. Skeeter and Barnes, they can do a slingshot engage moment here to get past the 48. It may be able to happen.
They're definitely put a lot of pressure on that 3rd place car, 48 Luther, the 22 Crum, and 44 Chuck Barnes Jr. way down on the inside, coming out of 2 down the backstretch.
He has got a machine on the bottom, but as we're speaking of all this, Heath Helton starting to put some distance now with about a 5 to 6 car length lead over Brett Hudson. Does anyone have anything for the Sweet 16 of Heath Helton as Barnes gets to the inside of the 22? Now he's working on the 48 of Craig Luther. Look at the run down the backstretch. Here comes Chuck Barnes Jr. in the 44 All-Star Truck Repair Chevrolet.
He is definitely making his presence known now, moving up through the field, setting his sights on the number 16 and the 0-0.
Yes, sir. The 0-0 here in about 2 laps will have his miracle of a white bumper with a pink 44 on it. As Heath Helton coming up on the 17 of David Powell to put him another lap down here. Heath Helton stretched out his lead just a little bit as Hudson's still trying to save the toes of him. But here comes the 44 of Chuck Barnes Jr. Lap car action for the Chuck Barnes there. Had a bobble in his lane up there.
He'll come around this time to complete lap 155. 45 laps remain. Heath Helton looking good out there, giving himself a little bit of distance between him and Brett Hudson in the 00, but he knows. He's hearing in his ear that 44 is coming.
The 44 is for sure coming. The spotter from the 00 is saying, hey, here comes Chucky. Be on your toes. But, hey, sometimes it's better off to let a guy go. He's faster to go hunt down the leader to really make him race for the lead and, slow him down a little bit. But I don't think they're going to be able to hold off a hard charging 44 Chuck Barnes because he's a missile on the bottom. Here comes Chuck Barnes Jr. working sideways off of turn 4. Sets his sights on the 00 Brett Hudson. Chucky Barnes Jr. starting to set up the 00. Here he comes. Hudson may just let him go to give him some breathing room. He won't be able to hold off a hard charging 44 forever. Best bet might be able to let him go as Hudson really got a bumper full now. The 44 fighting at the wheel there. Got a loose chassis as they close in on the 16. No, Heath Helton.
Yeah, we've seen the 44 bobble a little bit there, but he's keeping pace there as they come around into turns 3 and 4. We'll see what the 44's got as the laps keep ticking away, coming around to 159.
Yes, sir, indeed. And here we got a top 3. You can throw a blanket over. Running the 4th is Luther's, McCrum, and Popwell. And it looks like Justin Purtle making his way into the mix. Someone we haven't talked about all evening here. Chuck Barnes really putting the pressure on the back of the 00, looking high, looking low. And they both get a great run into turn 3 as they pull up to the back bumper of the number 16. Barnes looking to the inside of Hudson, nothing there for him. As we go and put 17 a lap down. Hudson and Barnes both with a power strike. Hudson getting a bumper full. Look at the run off of turn 2. Wow almighty. Goodness gracious, the run from the 00.
We got a good battle on back there too. Skeeter Crum and Connor Popwell battling out back there for 4th and 5th, I believe, 5th and 6th. So we got battles all the way around here.
Yes, sir. You better keep your eyes on the front, keep your eyes on 5th and 6th as Popwell pulls to the inside of the 22. The 22 stretches the back in front of him. As 2nd and 3rd are setting their sights on the 16 still, but Heath Helton keeping his footprint straight and not letting these two legendary drivers not getting around him easily.
There's Chuck Barnes right there on that bumper of that 00, putting all kinds of pressure on him as they come around to complete 164.
Hawk, it's time to go, buddy. It's time to put the pressure. It's time to put the knives down and bring the guns out. It's time to go here. Chuck Barnes knows it. Hudson knows it. And Heath Helton knows they're going to start coming. It's not time to ride. It's time to go, boys.
Yes, it is. It's time to do whatever you got to do. This is it. Show your hand now. We've seen the 16 get a little loose up there in turns 3 and 4. Almost hit the wall. So these guys are landing on the line now.
Yes, the 16 knows the Comanches are getting hot and slick and greasy, and he's really struggling in the middle of turn 3 and 4, and that's allowing Hudson and Barnes to really close in on him as Barnes gets a little loose off of turn 4. Heath Helton is going to have his hands full for the next 40. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my. Look at the 00 pulls to the bottom of Heath Helton. Heath Helton having some chat. Oh, little door bang there. Little bumper banging there for the second for the lead. Heath Helton not liking a little tag. Oh, little bumper banging there for the 44. Oh, Heath Helton going to pinch no. Here we go. Heath Helton losing 2 spots here now to Hudson and Barnes.
We've seen the 16 get a little looser. I believe he's having a little bit of trouble there hanging on, and he's not able to keep pace now with Brett Hudson and Chuck Barnes.
I think his tires are absolutely going away on him. The Hoosier Comanche's not staying under the chassis of the 16. Now it's Hudson and Barnes with a strong run into turn 3 for Barnes as Barnes sideways in turn 3 and a 4. Here we go, boys and girls. A heavyweight match between the two of the fastest and two of the best street stock drivers in the whole nation. Brett Hudson and Chuck Barnes Jr. going for a round number 15, it seems like, as it seems like every big race, those two are there at the end. As we cross the line for lap 170, 30 laps to go, Hawk.
Yes, and they come up on the 38 of Alex Ware now. Got a couple other lap cars will get around safely down the backstretch. We'll see. We've seen Chuck Barnes make a strong move. So does he have anything left the rest of the way for that 00?
It's going to be hard for him to have anything left as those tires are having to be heated up and they're getting greasy and hot and slick. As Hudson and Barnes putting a big gap between him and the 16. Now Heath Helton is really struggling here, having to figure out what he can do as Barnes rolls to the back of the 00's back bumper. Barnes looking to the inside. 00 going to look for the advantage over the 74 to use a pick. Let's see what Barnes has in store for us here tonight. Barnes putting the pressure to the 00 now. A little sideways off of turn 2. Not getting the grip he wants off of 2 here. Hudson, Barnes, Helton, Luther, Skeeter, Crum, and Popplewell, your top 6.
Yeah, we see the 16 Heath Helton now falling back a little bit from your leaders there. We'll see if Craig Luther in the 48 actually could come up there and challenge the 16 for 3rd place.
Barnes is now having to figure out what he can do as we'll cross the line next time by with a 25 laps to go. We got a 25 lap feature on our hands as Popplewell pulls to the door of the 22 of Skeeter Crum. Popplewell still working on that 5th spot from Crum. Popplewell sideways, holding on to it, young man, as he pulls to the back behind the 22 of Skeeter Crum. Barnes looking to the outside of Hudson, but nothing there for him.
These guys really fighting these cars now, the tires and everything else. They've been out there a long time, but it's go time right now. We are at the lap 176. You got the 00 and the 44 right there. 44 looking down low on the backstretch.
What a run by the 44, Chuck Barnes Jr. The gloves are off. It's bare knuckle time, boys. As your new leader, it's Chuck Barnes Jr. He's a little sideways off of 4, but he completes the pass over Brett Hudson. Chuck Barnes Jr., your new leader at Salem Speedway. Barnes taking off now. The gloves are off, and it's Chuck Barnes Jr. to the lead.
We had that train of leaders, about 5 cars. We didn't have the 44 in there, and all of a sudden he snuck up there and we said, hey, there's the 44, and he's picked them off one by one, and there he is in the top spot.
Yes, sir, he did it all on the bottom. He's passed every car from 6 forward on the bottom, and that is impressive, Hawk. To pass that many cars on the bottom is impressive. Now Barnes putting a little gap between him and Hudson, and Heath Helton still not giving up now. He's still trying to get to that 2nd spot as we cross the line next time by with 20 laps to go, and it's never over till it's over, Hawk.
Yeah, you see the 16 Heath Helton now coming up, closing in on 00, so they're going to make a little battle right there for 2nd.
Yes, and the 44 started to put a little gap, more gap between him and the 00. The deuce here. Here we go now as 20 laps remain. Can Chuck Barnes go back to victory lane here at Salem Speedway as he's known to do it several times here in these big 200 lap races. Chuck Barnes Jr. following in the footsteps of his old man. It's a strong customer, a strong competitor. Let's see what he's got left for 19 more laps. And it's all Chuck Barnes Jr. now. Still pulling away inches by inches. Any inch he can get, he'll take as we go with 18 laps to go. 18 more times around this half-mile high banked oval as Popplewell moves to the inside of Skeeter Crumb. Popplewell looking for the pass here on Skeeter. Oh, doggy! He's a little sideways. He looks like no.
He's had a great run. That time he actually did a great job. He come up on the lap car of the 17. He could have really panicked there. He kind of let out of it. He's still right there, and he's still got a chance to catch back up with the 22 Skeeter Crumb. And those two have had a whale of a battle here after the break. All right, we're at 185 on the board. Chuck Barnes Jr. being shown on the video there. You see him all by himself. Brett Hudson on back there. Little bit of distance now. He's very comfortable. We'll see if he can ride it out the rest of the way. Brett Hudson doing all he can to keep up with him. Keith Helton on back there a little bit in the 16. All these cars spaced out a little bit. We got Craig Luther back there in the 48, fourth. Skeeter Crumb fifth, and Connor Popplewell still back there in the 19 in sixth place. So coming down the stretch here, things have kind of settled down, but will it stay this way? Chuck Barnes Jr. has done a lot of work. We'll see if that car holds up the rest of the way. He's drove that thing pretty hard on the inside, on the outside. 12 laps to go. He just needs to hang on at this point. He's still got Brett Hudson in the 00 back there. He's got a little bit of distance, but he is right there close. You see Heath Helton on back there a little bit in the 16. So some distance between the first, second, and third place cars now. Hey, they've had a good battle, but things are coming down to crunch time now. Chuck Barnes Jr. in the 44 will come out of fourth. You'll see 10 laps to go this time around. As you see, there's Brent Barron in 99, Jamie Good in the 75. They're still hanging on. I believe they're still on the lead lap. I believe they're battling for probably 7th and 8th back there. 191 on the board right now. Chuck Barnes Jr. has done all the hard work. Now he just needs to hang on. Keep the wheels on that thing. Keep it straight. Coming down the front stretch. 8 laps to go for the 44. Chuck Barnes Jr. now comes across. 7 laps remain. Still looking good. He'll be coming up on some lap traffic. There's the 00. You see he's got quite a few car lengths there. Does he have anything at all? Can the 44 maybe? Is he going to fall off a little bit here? He's been driving that thing pretty hard. 6 laps remain. 6 lap dash.
Getting to the end of this one.
Chuck Barnes Jr. now coming out of 4. He's going to see 5 laps to go. He gets a little loose right there. We'll keep an eye on him. 5 laps to go, Ronnie.
5 laps to go for Chuck Barnes. He got to hold on to the race. Is never over till it's over. As we've seen in the Crown Vic race with 4 laps to go when a caution come out. So let's hope Chuck Barnes can keep it green. That's what he wants to see, is green flag racing till lap 200 and crosses the line for 4 more laps around the half-mile high-banked oval.
Look out down the front stretch. Look at the 19 and 22 together.
Oh, what my goodness! I was just talking about a lap on lap 196.
Well, we have seen those guys battle earlier. We've seen them touch. They got back together again. We're running really hard down front of the stretch, and they got together and they made some good contact down the front stretch. They're going to check on the 22 down there, Skeeter Crum, right now.
Yes, that was a hard wreck, and I know it's a big coincidence, but Hawk, in our other race, well, 100-lap race, we had a caution on lap 96. This caution is on lap 196. This is going to be huge. We got a 4 laps left, and we're going to have a big restart for these Hudson and Barnes. This is humongous for this restart.
Yeah, what a restart it will be as they're checking on Skeeter Crum. You see him getting out of the car now. Looks like he's all right. I'm sure he's not very happy, but there he is. He looks like he's fine and okay. But, boy, those guys have had a heck of a battle this whole race, especially after the 100-lap mark.
Yes, you're exactly right. They've been battling it out the whole entire 100 lap, 96 laps here since the break. Skeeter Crum taking a very hard hit there to the inside wall. Not looking very happy here. Not a very happy customer. That's not a very good looking walk there.
Yeah, we see the 19 Connor Popwell. He is still on the track, so he has not went into pit road yet, I don't believe.
Yeah, I didn't see the wreck there. I was looking at Barnes there. We're crossing the line with 4 laps to go. Yeah, he's still here. Man, oh man, what a tough break for Skeeter Crum here. Trying to look if Popwell lost any laps there on that wreck.
So as you get things organized here, they're going to hook up on the 22 of Skeeter Crum. We need to get caught up on some of the lap money here, as Chuck Barnes Jr. has been collecting a lot of it here lately, as we see on the Dirt 2 Media, the 22 car up against the wall there, and he took a good shot there, so they're going to try to get that thing off the track, clean up the track, get everything lined up here. Let's get caught up on some of these lap sponsors helping us out here, $10 a lap. 125, we're back there at Red Hudson Motorsports. 126 and 27, Moby's Towing and Jet Towing. Lefevre's Curbing doing laps 128, 129, 130, 131, 132, and 133, thanks to Lefevre's Curbing LLC. Doing laps 134 through 139, Mobile Maintenance and Repair. Laps 140 through 143, MR Heating and Air Conditioning. All-Star Truck Repair, lap 144. Shane Wilson Lawn Care, laps 145 through 149. MR Heating and Air Conditioning, laps 150 and 151. Moonshine Racing Drones, 152 and 153. Thirsty's Bar and Grill doing 154 through 159. Thanks, Thirsty's Bar and Grill. Laps 160 and 161. LC Lawn Care and Pressure Washing. MR Heating and Air Conditioning, 162 through 167. Wayland's Hart Photography, 168. Diesel Boys Parts and Carts, 169, all the way through 176. Mike's Mufflers and Brakes, 177 through laps 183. The Locker Room Pub doing laps 184, all the way through 193. The Wild Wheel Throwdown, 194 and 195. We are 196 right now, and that's also the Wild Wheel Throwdown. Laps 197, 198, and 199, MR Heating and Air Conditioning, and lap 200 will be KJ Enterprises LLC. So thanks to all the fine folks for sponsoring the lap money here for the John Jones Auto Group Firecracker 200 as we prepare for the final 4 laps of this wild event. It's been a good one, and we are going to see what happens. Can Chuck Barnes Jr. hold on?
Boy, oh boy, no caution laps are counted. We got 4 laps remaining for Chuck Barnes Jr. and Brett Hudson. Don't count out Heath Helton or Craig Luther. And look at who climbed to the 5th spot. It's the bird's eye bullet of Brian Bayer. My, oh my, may, oh may. Here we go 4 laps remaining. Who will it be? I hope you people stay here to watch this one because it's going to be a dandy.
As we see on the Dirt 2 media coverage here, the 19 Connor Popwell into the pit area. They're checking that out, trying to get him back out there. He's had a really good run, but him and Skeeter Crum, of course, really been fighting tooth and nail. You see him take away now, so he's going to join the field again, so he will be back onto the track. So a lot of stuff going on here down the stretch. It's been a good one. These guys have been kind of laying back early on in the race, of course, but now they go into the choose cone. Now it looks like Chuck Barnes to the outside, and it looks like Brett Hutton's going to come in on the inside. He's going to challenge him on that inside groove. Heath Helton into 16 on the outside, row 2. Then you're going to have the 48 Craig Luther going to be on the inside of row 2. And yes, at row 3, you got Brett Barrett in 99 out of nowhere, and Jamie Goodman in the 75. Now he's up on the inside of row 3. Okay, next time around we're going to see if the pace truck, the Eddie Gilstrap pace truck, is going to take it off. We have looked at it, Ronnie, and look at this. Brett Hudson on the inside of your leader.
Oh boy, I'm shaking up here, Hawk. It's going to be a dandy. Who's it going to be? Chuck Barnes or Brett Hudson? Heath Helton or Craig Luther? Or the bird's eye board of Brian Bear? And here we go. Pace truck rolls off. Our Reese's are shifting gears. It's going to be really big. Here we go. Hudson, Barnes takes a green flag. We're underway as Hudson stays with him. And Barnes with a big jump. A huge jump for Barnes. Hudson looking. Nothing there for him.
What a great start there for the 44. As the 00 Brett Hudson tried that inside, didn't make it work. So we'll see if he's got anything. They come around for 197.
3 laps to go, Hawk. 3 more laps around this half-mile high-banked oval. As Chuck Barnes Jr. looks like he's setting sail here at Salem Speedway. As Hudson has nothing for him this late in the race. As we roll in the middle, turn 3 and 4 off at turn 4. We'll cross the line and complete lap 198 with 2 laps to go.
And look on back there, the 48 Craig Luther has moved himself into 3rd. Heath Helton back to 4th. And there's Jamie Gooden on the board 5th.
Yes, he's running in the back the whole night, has saved his car and tires. And here comes Connor Popwell looking to the inside of Brian Bear, getting a little bumper action. 1 more lap to go. Take it away, Hawk.
All right, white flag is a waving down the backstretch. Chuck Barnes Jr., there he goes. He just needs to navigate around turns 3 and 4. And they're side by side for 3rd back there, but the checker flag is waving for the 44, Chuck Barnes Jr. Brett Hudson 2nd. Craig Luther will be 3rd. Heath Helton 4th. Jamie Goodman on the board 5th. So a good run for everybody up front. Ronnie Basham's going to head down to the track for some interviews to see what the situation is there. Talk about the strategies, but Chuck Barnes Jr., what a race he had as he laid back for a lot of that race. Moved his way up and went up to the front and stayed there as the fireworks are going off as we are at the end of the John Jones Auto Group Firecracker 200.
testing. What do you think about it?
We're trying to get Ronnie Basham's wireless mic there working. Try it again, Ronnie.
Testing. What do you think about that one, Salem?
We'll see if we can get that thing going, but let's hear it for him. He's out of the car, number 44, Chuck Barnes Jr.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Test.
All right.
We're trying to
Testing 1, 2, 3.
As we work on the wireless mic down here, make sure, folks, you know that we are going to do a full fireworks show here momentarily. We got a lot more fireworks going on for the 4th of July and the end of the Firecracker 200.
Test. All right. Testing. All right. Try and get this.
All right, we apologize for the technical difficulties. The wireless mic not working too good. I know it was an exciting race there. We burned up the battery there a little bit. Ronnie went out for a little bit. We charged it up, but the signal not picking up too good here. We're doing all we can for you here. As we see Chuck Barnes Jr. getting his picture taken there on the Dirt 2 media coverage. An outstanding run for Chuck Barnes Jr. in the 44, and also a good run. Second place, Brett Hudson in the 00. And Craig Luther in the 48 having a fantastic run, coming in the top 3 right there. Heath Helton as well had a great run early on in the 16, coming in fourth. And Jamie Goodwin into 75, coming out of nowhere, hitting the top 5, getting on the board there at the end. As you see there on the Dirt 2 media coverage, 44 getting this picture taken with all the pit crew and everybody involved there. Victory photo.
Go, go. All right. Got a little connection here. Once I get Chucky's picture.
All right, the fireworks are going off right now for the John Jones Auto Group Firecracker 200 weekend has completed here on this Monday night. Celebrating a great weekend of racing. Finishing up with this Firecracker 200, Chuck Barnes Jr. winner. Got a couple sponsors. I know he'd like to thank a lot of people, but it looks like All-Star Truck Repair and Derby City Recycling, two of his major sponsors. We see the victory celebration continuing. More pictures going on with Chuck Barnes Jr. in the Red Ball Recycling victory lane. Apologize again for the wireless mic kind of dying on us there. There was a lot of action. We're using a lot of mics here. Ronnie Basham, of course, was getting pretty excited on that mic. So I think he kind of wore it out a little bit. But we'll see if we can maybe get Chuck Barnes Jr. to come on up here if he
Test,
wants
1,
to. A few
2,
words.
test.
Testing, testing, testing. Chuck Barnes, Chuck Barnes. Testing, 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 testing. Here we go. All right. I might have it figured out. Chuck, we can't move far, so we got to go lip to lip here, bud, okay? Chuck, I seen you coming. I said, here comes the 44. I said, the man is smart. He knows how to drive a race car, and he knows how to make them last to the end. What was you thinking when you were about 6th or 7th? Did you know you could go to the bottom and pass them that easy?
I knew we were in trouble there when we were sitting 6th, and Heath jumped up there and took the lead because he's been really good this year, and man, his car was strong. And yeah, at that point, I'm still trying to save tires and watch, and it kind of got me excited being so far back. So tires hard for a little bit, and then we just tried to put it on them, and I was hoping for a caution or something.
All right, we'll take that for an interview, Chuck. I know you got some sponsors, All-Star Truck Repair, Derby City Recycling. Who else you want me to tell you, think?
Yeah, you're doing a pretty good job, so just keep going with it. United Mechanical and Scotty Earl and his family. Miss Holbert takes care of us. She gives us food and gets us ready.
All right, we got something out of him. Enjoy the fireworks show. Thank you, everyone that came out that's still here. We appreciate you. Hopefully, me and Hawk didn't bore you too much today. We enjoyed it and hope to come back and do it again. I'll say my voice is a little hoarse. Well, get you a cold beer. What do you think about that one, buddy? Coming back for some more?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Yeah, all right. Well, I like to hear. Give me a heck yeah.